Hi everybody, welcome back to Shell Star Stitches. Hope you're all doing okay. Apologies if I look very hot, that's because I am. In typical Brit style, we are now having a heat wave again, starting today for the rest of the week, and I'm melting. So yeah, welcome back. Happy Sunday in the UK. I've just got a couple of quick bits to show you today. Completed projects. Oh, actually, I've got one more. Well, let me grab it while I remember in my bag. Yes, completed projects. One delivery of yarn, which is my Discrete Unicorns monthly club. I'm still waiting on hearing from Bryony about my Spectrum fibres for August. Yeah, completed projects, and also a Toft Patch Fest display. I'll show you, you'll see what I mean. We will start with the delivery, then I'll show you what we've made, and then I'll finish with the Toft Patches. But yeah, so Discrete Unicorns. This has arrived. This was my August box. So I'll try and cover that for the moment. So it's Discrete Unicorn Club, August 2023. Rhubarb and custard is the theme. Give you a hint. So I'm not going to show you yet. I'll show you one by one so you can get the reveal at the end. So we always get a tea bag. So this is chamomile, manuka honey and cinnamon infusion tea bag. Then we have in here, which they've probably already melted a little, some rhubarb and custard wax melts in there. So they will go in my drawer down here for me to use. We have a little, let me open this, I believe it's a glittery cloud stitch marker. Glittery pink cloud. There we go. That is our stitch marker that we have received. Then we also have in here two similar items. Oh, that's also some rhubarb and custard sweets. So we have these. So one looks like a lollipop and one looks like a sweetened wrapper. They are both pens. So this one is a double-ended highlighter candy pen, so it's blue. And then this one, which I thought was a lollipop originally, but when you take it off, it's a little tiny green highlighter. There's the lollipop stick. So looks like sweeties, but they are actually useful items, highlighters for patterns. So that came. I'm not going to put that on my sofa just in case. And this is the yarn. So we are on a Sparkle DK base still. So very much pinks and orangey yellows for the rhubarb and custard. So where is my sweet again? Here is my sweet. Here is my yarn. I do like a rhubarb and custard. I don't like the ones that are like sugary on the outside because I feel like the sugar burns your tongue, but these look like my blackcurrant and licorice sweets, but rhubarb and custard. So I will enjoy those. Anyway, back to the yarn, Michelle. Yeah, so here we go. I will come close and we'll move across so you can see it. So there we go. Sparkle all the way through. Yeah, really, really pleased with that one. Still don't have a plan for all these yarns. But yeah, really, really happy. So that was August's instalment. So that arrived in the week. So yeah, we're still just waiting for Spectrum Fibre August instalment, but I know Bryony is also getting married at the end of September and she's been doing advents and all sorts of, yeah, so it's fine. And I collect mine because she's just around the corner from me. So yeah, she will message me when it's good to go. Right, completed projects. So let me show you these to start with, and then I'll do this one. You dig it out because it shows you the other ones last week. Right, instalment 3 of Flora Society. I showed you in the week that I'd done 3 out of the 4. We now have done 4 out of the 4. So I'll show you the other 3 in a second that you've already seen, but just to show you the one that I have completed is the Belotti Beans in a Pod. Look at his little face. Look at it. Sorry. Now you're seeing the true Michelle come out. It just makes me chuckle. He looks like he's wearing a little anorak. and he's just got a little, yeah. So that is the Borlotti. I keep saying Bertolli, which is the spread. Borlotti beans in a pod. So there are 3 beans, if you can kind of see here, in a pod. I will pop them out. So I did cheat slightly because I liked this yarn so much. I didn't want to not waste, but you're not going to see the other 2 bits unless you move around the beans. So this is the top one with the smiley face. Then we snuck in, because it's this, I believe, is a sage base, we snuck in a plain sage one, I decided, in the middle. So there is a plain sage. And then can get it out down in the bottom, because I put different faces on all of them. So they're like the 3 peas in a pod out of Toy Story. Different faces. And that is our last one, with just a line for a face. So those are our 3 peas. I think I was left with about 59 grams of the yarn left. So this is what I've got left of the hand dye. So still quite a nice sizable chunk that I could make like a flower monster or something out of. I think that's kind of, when I worked out, I think it's about 5.5 grams for each of the peas. Excuse me, it's my phone going off. Turn that on silent. 5.5 grams, I think, for each of the peas. So I think when I was starting the peas, I had about 62 grams. So I was like, if I do 2 and then do one in sage, let me see. Oh no, I'd have to move that. I'll put it in the comments as to how much I've got left exactly and how much I've used, because obviously we've used the Borlotti yarn for this and the peas that we've made, beans, and the caterpillar. But yeah, the projects are doable. We're still having about 50 grams left of the hand dye yarn. Oh, they are a struggle to get in here. I've got to get them back in, because he makes me chuckle with his little face and his little anorak. Put him back in again. Turn his face round. He's facing the right way. There we go. He's back in. There we go. So though, just to recap for you, so that's our cucamelon that we've also done. Our pak choi, we've also done there. And then Sylvia the caterpillar, that I have wired so that she is posable, movable, caterpillarable. That's not a word, but you know. So that's all completed for instalment number 3. So yeah, really enjoyed that. Really liking the small makes, because I feel like for me they're more achievable. I'm not slow, but I just find that with one larger pattern, you see everybody else's appear really quick and you get a bit despondent. But with these, I did Sylvia the day it came. I was done and dusted by the evening. So yeah, that is our collection. So there is a picture over on my Instagram if you want to see all 4 in one go, because I can't hold up all 4 in a nice way. Other projects, so I finished this last night, literally, like I say last night, it's probably more like nearly 1 o'clock this morning. So I'm carrying on with the veg theme from Toft. So after each sort of make, I've been doing a veggie, and I've done the cauliflower. I hope that looks sort of about right. I wasn't really sure, because you make 2 stems here and 1 here. So, I mean, does that look like a cauliflower? With the cauliflower heads. I've got the broccoli to make. I'm kind of hoping the broccoli isn't the same, because this took ages, the chain loops. I'd made this, the stalk, really, really quickly. And then it's really the chain loops, especially this big one, because I've probably put way too many on. I did this with the Queen's hair, because hers was chain loops. But I'd found I don't want gaps. I don't want gaps in because what you do was you crochet a ball to go on top of the stalks, and then you chain loop into the ball, if that makes sense. So yeah, there is cauliflower done. So I just need to do broccoli, I think, left. And then that's my veggie collection. So yeah, I've still got the rest all in my bag in here. My vegetables, you can't see, that's pitch black, but my carrot and things. So this is going in the vegetable bag. So I'm going to try and start the broccoli today, but I also do need to start my Eggs and Imaginist, because we are, what, the 3rd of September? Yeah, 3rd, and it's got to be in by the 30th, so I've got 27 days. Might start that first, do a little bit of that, then go back to doing the broccoli. We'll see. Right, patches. So, as we all know, it was patch party weekend last weekend for the bank holiday in the UK. So Toft were very, very kind and basically gave us free rein on getting any of the patches we wanted. I think bar 2. One was Lucy the Hare, and I can't for the life of me remember what the other one was. Because, yeah, Lucy the Hare was, I think, a book launch one, because she's got the date on. Anyway, patch party. So doors were open, everyone went mad for kits and patches. Toft have done another update to their website on Thursday, which includes the new kale yarn that was has come out of part of both the quarterly magazine this quarter and in time for the veg book. It's looking like our veg book pre-order is going to be shipped next week. They've come in early, and also Toft are almost sold out of the sort of first run that include the free gift, and it sounds like we're getting another book dust cover as well on this one. I'm assuming the free gift is a patch, so they're running out of those now, so in terms of quantity. So yeah, looks like that's coming early. So we've got the kale yarn, and we knew from Kew Gardens that there's also going to be a chive yarn, but we haven't seen that yet. So the kale was released on Thursday. It's in 100 gram skeins, like the raspberry ripple and strawberry sundae, and also like the heather one that's been released, the sort of hand dye collection. I was kind of hoping they were going to do them in 25 gram balls personally. Because you've got to cake 100 gram skein before you can use it, and a lot of the flower monsters only need like a 25 gram ball for making bodies and things. And also just in terms of affordability, it's £28 for 100 grams of kale. Obviously, if you were to buy 4 25 gram balls, they're £6 a ball, so it's £24, or you'd get them in the bundle. But I don't know, just for storage as well, and I tend to sort of use a ball, and then if I've got leftovers, I'll team it with another, and I don't pay much attention for batch numbers, sorry. As long as it's not looking really, really off in colour, I will just carry on and just mix my batch numbers, I know. Don't come for me and don't hate me. So anyway, update is there. Another update we think on the 14th of September, and books I think are going to start to go out next week. Kerry's got to sign them all first. Patch party. I got my Wayne the Gotland sheep, which I showed you. And so I have been umming and ahhing, as we say in the UK, for a while about my patches. So I had religiously ironed all of them onto my old stash bag, the beige one, and filled that up, and then started onto my new grey stash bag. I've ironed them like 3 times, and I've done them with an iron and my Cricut heat press, and they're not staying on, and I wouldn't ever want to take my bag somewhere and then lose a patch, especially one of the older ones you can't get anymore. So yeah, I decided to find a different method for displaying. Looked into a patch display board, which would have been great, but I've got way too many patches, and I would need one that would be 1 metre tall by 65 or 70 centimetres wide. I mean, I don't live in a big house, and my craft room is fit to burst. So where I would display that. So patch books came along. So I was searching on Amazon, and it tends to be a bit more of an American thing, because they have like, I think, a lot of like army patches, and they can get a lot of patches for different states and things they visit. But they do what's called a patch book. So I will show you. So this is the back, so you can see this is empty. So it's, try and turn it to the side. It's not Velcro, but it's like sort of a suede-y, velvety sort of material. So it's just got a couple of metal rings through it. And then you can attach patches to this. You can either sew them on or Velcro them on. So you can see where I'm going with this. I purchased myself Velcro sticky dots. Obviously they come with the backs that I don't need, because I don't need the furry bit. I need the, what do you call it? I don't know. You know, the bit that attaches. that bit, that half of the Velcro, the coarse part, not the soft part. So whatever night it was in the week, I think it was Thursday night, I spent peeling all my patches off of my bag, which has left some residual glue on the bag, which I'm going to want to try and get off. Yeah, so, because I still want to be able to use the bag, but just not for patches now. There were some dicey moments where some were actually really solidly on the bag. Like, I couldn't get them off. I didn't want to just rip and ruin, especially some of the patches that I know I can't get anymore. It seemed to be those that were stuck on. It was my 2 cupcakes, my Samuel the koala, that was the other one that wasn't available on the patch weekend. My Pascal had a bit of a dicey moment. So we had to do a couple of little repairs with some iron-on interfacing, which luckily I have. Sewer, craft room, sorted. So I've ironed on some interfacing on the back of those ones because I think the sort of sticky, well, not the sticky, but the iron-on sort of glue was a bit like interfacing. So I've done that to strengthen them. Anyway, stop waffling, Michelle, show you the patches. Here we go. So I have been through and I have Velcro dotted, so I will show you. I'll pull off Piotr. There we are. And you can see the little leftover bits of the Velcro, but he's got Velcro dots on the back of him. And these are quite good. Look, they fit just in the feet. So these are 10mm, so that's 1 centimetre Velcro dots. I've put several on there, and then we can just reattach him. And for those of you that are 80s children, I don't know if you have this in the US or outside of the UK, but fuzzy felt. Anyone remember that? Where you were like picking up little clingy things onto, yeah, it's like fuzzy felt. I think that's why I found it so therapeutic. So yeah, this is what we have done. We've gone through, attached sticky dots to every single one of these. I need to move him down now, he's not quite in the right place. And attached all my patches. So we'll try and run through really quick because I don't want to bore you, but for those of you who are new, Wayne the Gotland sheep, Gregor the T-Rex. This is our primrose patch from our book, so hopefully we'll get something similar for the veggies book. Piotr the polar bear, Donna the reindeer, Ethel the kiwi that was only available in New Zealand, the Rib and Rose shop, but came out on patch weekend. Rachel the Bedlington Terrier. Rachel, bless her, always gets upset. Not upset, but she's like, nobody wants my patch anymore at shows. Everyone's got me. So if you ever see Rachel, maybe just ask for a patch. It'll make her day. Tash the Sloth. Morag the Highland Coo. Okay. Then we're going to, look, see? So I'm going to turn it over so it's easy for me to hold up. So we've got Advent 2019. This was before I found Toft, so this is cheeky. I managed to get hold of this. So I haven't actually made the Advent 2019, but I wanted, like Pokemon cards, got to catch them all. Louise the Terrapin, who is actually Emma at Toft, but because there's 2 Emmas, this is Emma Louise, so she is a Terrapin. Feather patch from 2022, so you can see they've got the dates on them. We've got Yantra, the Crimson Rosella, I think it is. Testing my skills now. Hank the sheep, who came with the old bag. Lucy the hare, and as you can see has got 2019, so I think that was a book launch, an Edward's Menagerie book launch. Kerry the chameleon, and then we've got Rebecca the sea turtle. Oh, swordfish. Dunno. Can't recall the swordfish. Then we flip over. I'll try and put the swordfish one in the comments. Any I can't remember. Joanna the lobster. This was just an Easter hatchling egg. That's not Bryce the shark. That's the whale shark. See? Whale shark. Can't remember. Whale shark and swordfish. Evie the chihuahua. Florence the orca. Jess, who dyes all the hand dye. This is the Metamorphosis butterfly. 2021 Advent feather. And then we've got Rosie the Dachshund. Then we open again. We have a lot, sorry. It's like 40 something to go through. Harriet the Sloth. This is Bryce the Shark. Rufus the Lion. And then we've got Deeds Not Words, which was for International Women's Day. Liz the Dodo, who was very elusive because especially for shows, Liz never got to go to many shows. Minnie Joanna the Lobster, who came out when I think Kerry and Toft realised how much the big lobsters were selling for, and then they released those. Clockwork Nightingale. Oh, flip Estella, the Clockwork Nightingale. Make sure I don't swear. Samuel the Koala. Then over we've got Lionel the Lemur, Emma the Bunny, Bridget the Elephant, Pascal the Mandarin Duck, Beth the Dutch Rabbit. This was the golden pear that came with a Partridge in a Pear Tree book. And then these were the birthday cupcakes that Toft released for, I think that must have been their 15 year, because they're 17 this year. I've only got 2. There were 9 released. I didn't want to try and collect all 9. The reason I've got these 2, the purple came in my parcel that I got, just as the surprise one. And I managed to purchase this orange one off a resale. These were our wedding colours, purple and orange. So that's why I've got those. So I was quite happy and I settled at those 2. Then we turn over again. No, see, done. I've got my 4 subscriptions patches to put in. So my Conservationists, Imaginists, Dolls Club and Birds Club. I'm just waiting on Die Club to come with the next Die Club installment. You know what I mean. So those are all my patches at the moment. So I do have this many spare at the moment. So 5 and one side of that other one. So I bought 2 of these books. They came with 4 actual pages, so 8 sides. I bought 2 and just put them together as one to future-proof for more patches that I'm sure Toft will release. So yeah, I've filled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides at the moment with all my patches. So yeah, there we go. I could have made like a front page maybe and moved this along one, but I was like, So what I'll do is I'll sit with this on my craft desk probably and then swap the pages every time I fancy. And at least it means I can move them around and rejig the order or however I want them. Because they've got a lot of neutral colours and less colourful ones to sort of break it up with, if you notice. So yeah, sometimes it's nice to have a bit more and break some of the colour up. But that is patch party heaven. That is my new idea. I waited an age for them to be delivered from our good friends at Amazon. I ordered them like Friday, a week ago Friday, and they only just arrived one Wednesday, one Thursday. So obviously with the bank holiday, they took a while. But yeah, I will find out the swordfish and the whale shark's name because I can't remember these 2. But that is it from me. Kept you a long time, sorry. Must be the heat. It's making me stir crazy. Gonna get cracking on something. I'm gonna maybe go and sit out in the garden in the shade for a bit. And start either a Imaginist or a broccoli. But yeah, as always, I'm doing yarn. It's Yarn Friends Rock at the moment on Instagram. I'm trying. I can't promise I'll do every day. But throughout September, it's like post something about me. They've got different categories. So I'm doing that at the moment. So today is Sunday Share Sunday. So I've shared my YouTube channel. So if any of you are new, welcome. Hi. And if you've made it right to the end of this video, they're not all this long normally. Mine are normally shorter. I worry I waffle for you. But I know some of you like the longer videos. So, but yeah, check out Instagram. So it's myshelley24. So it's linked, I believe, on my YouTube channel. You should be able to find me. It is kind of my personal and my Shell Star Stitches one with all my crochet. So it's a bit of a mix of both. So you might see pictures of me cropping up, doing other random things, like supermoon pictures in the middle of the week. No, blue moon. It was a blue moon, wasn't it, in the UK? Right. Have a good rest of your weekend. If you're in the UK, I know everyone says we're ridiculous because we can't cope with a bit of sun, but we can't cope with the heat because our houses were built for cold. So stay cool, SPF, drink plenty of water. If you've got animals like I have got the bun, keep an eye on them, make sure they're cool. Have a lovely week and I will see you all next time. Take care. Bye.